Atiku Abubakar warns Nigerians over Tinubu's plan to expand his empire. Hello everyone, welcome to Newsport TV. Atiku Abubakar is warning Nigerians not to vote for Bola Tinubu during the upcoming elections. Atiku believes that if Tinubu becomes president, he will acquire federal government properties across the country just as he did in Lagos. According to Atiku's Special Assistant on Public Communications, Frank Sh0ck, Lagos has become Tinubu's personal property over the years. He signed an oppressive pension law that provides for himself and his family members incredible financial benefits. Sh0ck claims that while Tinubu reportedly held onto his residential home at 26 Bodilon Road in Ikoyi from when he was governor and had the state buy a property in the Federal Capital Territory for him. In addition, Sh0ck urged that many revenue-generating firms in Lagos are already under Tinubu's control. Therefore, if he becomes president of Nigeria, it will become his personal property, with citizens becoming second-class citizens in their own country. He mentions that Lateef Jakande was able to build 30,000 housing units in 4 years when he was governor, but questions what similar strides have been taken by the self-acclaimed architect of modern Lagos. Now let's take a look at some of the comments. A commenter said, "What of all federal government assets you have bought when Obasanjo made you the head of privatization during the regime? It was Obasanjo confirmed it that the money you have stolen under his government is enough to take care of 300 million people for 400 years. Another person said, "This article no dey shame at all. The SPV issue is enough for this man to shut up." Another person said, "Two of you are the same." Another said, "Your plan has been bursted and you started crying like a baby. Please, as we know serial losers, so also we know serial winner. Let's wait while history repeats itself." Another said, "Kettle calling pot black." Another said, "We know it's better. We shine our eyes." Another commenter said, "Both of these men are bad news in Nigeria's quest to get out of the woods." Another said, "What happened to Nigeria's property under Atiku as vice president?" Another said, "Who is a saint among his fellow counterparts?" And another person said, "Atiku is worse than Tinubu, so stop thinking that you are fooling anyone." Another said, "Atiku, then the next person said, Atiku is richer than Tinubu, just that his last election wreaked havoc on him. Atiku wants to recouple his lost wealth." Okay, so these are many more at the comments that trailed Atiku as he warns Nigeria over Tinubu's plans to expand his empire. Now, like it's always discussed and public knowledge that Sh0ck Bola Tinubu has the whole of Lagos in his hands, and his hands in the very, very lucrative part. People talk about the fact that not only does he do this for himself, but also for his family members. They always quote his daughter, the Alhaji General. That's the leading person for all markets in Lagos State, which people will always say that it wasn't that turned to be the Yaloja General, that there were other women that had already been working with her late grandmother, Alaja Mogaji, then Abibatu, that but because Tinubu wanted his own daughter to become the Yaloja, those other women were not given the opportunity as should be, because before politicians started putting their eyes in a lot of things, we had our own way of doing things. The market women had their way of doing things. The meat sellers had their way of doing things. They had their written or unwritten constitution, which they always try to, live by, and which has always worked for them. But when politicians take over some things, everything becomes complicated. So also is the name of his son, Sh0ck Tinubu, always mentioned that he has taken charge of the signage in Lagos, advertising, outdoor advertising, and all of that, and also the involvement in the NSAS issues. So, and the talk is everywhere about the fact that, it's like he has the whole state in his hands, When he coughs in Lagos, everybody catches cold and all of that. So for Atiku Abubakar to come out to say that we should not be deceived by Tinubu's plan to expand his empire, the question we are going to ask Atiku Abubakar is he a saint as well? We've just heard from his former SSA, Michael Achimugu, how with evidence, yes, we have to mention that, with evidence that the SPV contract was a scam. It showed audio evidence of conversations that Atiku had with him, and also written emails and messages and all of that, which Atiku is yet to really address. And his ex-boss, President Obasanjo, has always been saying it. He has been consistent since they left power to say Atiku Abubakar is not the saint that we think he is. That, of course, nobody is perfect, but he has stolen so much money that is even enough for him to feed 300 million Nigerians. And the question we always ask our leaders are, do you have the raw money as breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Or when you keep amassing this wealth, right, does it give you the fulfillment as an individual, rather than the fact that, okay, let me do the best I can for my people? It just shows that our politicians are our main curse in Nigeria. I think the only curse that we've laid upon ourselves, Nigeria is blessed with everything. I don't think it's God here. Fantastic. Is the fact that we have chosen to be with each other. Resources, we've gold, not had fuel, humanity, oil, all of those things. Doing the greediness. Our soil is fantastic. Only me and very fertile for agriculture. I've eaten, I don't care what happens to anybody else. Kind of thing. Everything is what has led us to this mess that we found ourselves in Nigeria. And honestly, all our leaders, past and present, have not done a good job, because except we want to pick individual and personality out of it, but in general, it shows that they've not been doing what they're supposed to be doing. They've further succeeded in plunging Nigerians into untold hardship, which should not be. So what's your opinion on this? Kindly drop your comments in the comment section below. May God bless Nigeria. Bye for now.